You don't really wanna be my baby. You don't just driving me safe. Want it, but these folks gon' call and drive you crazy. They gon' drive you crazy.
We are back. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade. If you are new here, you are probably with the majority because I have not posted in so I posted like 7 months ago, but I haven't consistently posted in over a year. So this literally is just going to be a catch up video vlog, whatever. Like, there's no vlogging. I'm not vlogging. I'm not doing shit today. I'm gonna go see Wicked for the first time by myself. I'm really excited. I'm gonna pick one of those nice movie theaters. I don't want to do an eat-in because last time I did a eat-in movie theater, I felt like I wasted my date's money because I can't eat in the dark. So like, I got all this food and didn't even eat it because I couldn't see it. But it was still a nice movie theater, whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go see Wicked later today, but really just, honestly, this is the first time in a very long time that I've had my house to myself. So I was like, well, since I have this time, since I'm freshly unemployed, which we will talk about later, why not sit down and do a catch-up video? And I really have been fiending to get in front of the camera, but just really got in my head like, girl, you don't have nothing to talk about. And then today I was watching my old videos and I was like, you didn't have much to talk about back then either. So what is the difference? So yeah, if you want to stick around and see what's been up, cool. If not, I understand. I will hopefully be posting more content soon. Literally have a bartending job tomorrow, but when I do them by myself, I have been lacking on like getting the content. I've been a little less confident about pulling my tripods and stuff out. I don't know why. Especially back home, like in my hometown, like I think everyone is used to me doing that by now. So I don't know why I feel weird about doing it. I guess it's just like everything else. Like when you get out of practice of things, you feel weird. So I really don't know if I'm going to vlog or not. I don't know. But yeah, so what has happened in a whole year? I went blonde. And within that time, I'm literally probably this week I'm about to dye it back brown. I haven't been keeping up with the appointments. A lot of reasons. One, it's expensive, for one. Two, my curl pattern is dying. I didn't have the best curl pattern to begin with, but it really sucks now. There are like pieces of my hair that just automatically straighten out and it sucks. I've been slowly working into getting a better hair care routine, but I was not taking care of my hair good enough to be blonde. Like I wasn't moisturizing it the way that it needed to be moisturized. So I'm gonna pray on it one more time, but I do think that I'm about to get rid of it. Even though I love it, it's just not the healthiest choice of hair maintenance that I could choose. And also when I did it, I had to cut all my hair off, so that was another thing. So I'm also in the hair growing out process as well. But I went blonde. Most of you guys know I got into a new career field altogether. I started in the tech industry and I 100% can say that I love my job. Why am I freshly unemployed? Because I put in my 2 weeks, like 2 days ago. I put in my 2 weeks on like a Thursday. Today's Saturday. Very interesting world. It has been a tough adjustment to adjust to the corporate life. Yes, I have common sense. Yes, I know how to speak to people, but corporate is a different beast. I think there are like 3 main categories of where the real gangsters live, and it is politics, the street, and in corporate. I didn't know how to navigate corporate life correctly. It has been a learning process. I have even went so far as to, he wasn't a career coach. He was like I guess he was a career coach, conflict management, communications specialist, basically who just worked with me to learn like how to talk to people in this space, understanding how to go about things correctly, because it's not that I ever had bad intentions at my job, but also not understanding, like, a lot of people don't process information the way that I process information. So how do you talk about that? How do you communicate that in a way that makes sense and is most effective for the workspace? I feel like corporate life is mind games all day long. And when you're not used to that type of movement, when you're just used to saying something straight out and it be that, like, don't take it personal, girl, we at work. But you can't do that in corporate. So that was like a whole learning situation within itself. Loved my job though, like 100% love my job. I love the company that I worked for. But just as far as like a professional, I have been, really blessed to like, build a name for myself, really become a beast in the industry. So when I was looking at my options, there was just another position that became available to me that was a huge pay increase. And then just another opportunity to really expand my knowledge in my space. So very excited about that. So I am currently like on an extended holiday break, and it is only that way because even though I put in my 2 weeks notice, in this industry, if you are going to a competitor, they do cut your access off immediately. So that just means I'm not working for these 2 weeks. And it's just how it goes. So I have about 3 weeks off until I move into my next role. So I'm very excited about it. I already spoke with a couple of the people who would be on my team. So I'm already like really liking my team. Everyone is so welcoming. Everyone is so willing to be of help, of service, which is really nice. Especially because they don't even know me yet. Like, they don't know me, and we already have a type of quorum. So that's really cool to have. I'm really excited to work under my new management, because one thing about me is I do love to be challenged. Like, make me a better salesperson. If I like, just do it. Like, I'm down for the challenge. I'm cool with it being hard work, because honestly, jumping into my industry with no sales background, no tech background, it was hard. It was really hard. And I remember crying probably like my third day into the job. I was crying in the office because my head hurt. I was trying to ingest so much information, and I felt like it was just so much, y'all. I had so much to learn in such a short amount of time. But ended up coming out on top, never missed a target. Actually only overhit my target once I started hitting my target. So that was very exciting. So yeah, that is a little quick career update. I definitely am heavily considering doing a couple of separate videos on the side of how I got into tech, and then 2, what I did to prep for these interviews, because there are a lot of good resources that actually I got off of YouTube to help me prep for both my interviews coming into the tech space and then also my interviews moving to my next role. Both of them were different. The second one was a little easier just because my confidence was through the roof. Like, I know the space, I know the industry, I know I could do my job very well, but still had to do role playing, and the role playing for both jobs were different. But I would love to like put out a video to kind of walk through that, because I know there are a lot of people who are looking to get into tech sales for the first time. That's a space that they want to get into. They don't have experience, just like how I did. And it's very possible. It is very much possible to get into the space with no like background knowledge or previous experience. It's just all about, selling yourself. And if you know that you're good at what you do, is very possible. Like, all you have to do is really speak on to how you are able to push through the hard shit. And I feel like in this day and age, everybody has some type of, grit, some type of like push through type mentality. So very much thinking about walking through that process with you guys. Very excited to sit down and do that. And what else? I did stop content creating once I got into the city, because I don't want to say it was a drastic change. Like, moving to Charlotte wasn't hard. I love Charlotte. I've been considering possibly moving to Atlanta, but I just don't like Atlanta as much as I like Charlotte. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't explored the areas outside of like downtown Atlanta, because usually when I travel for work, we're like downtown, and I don't really like that space, or I haven't seen anything that like compelled me to be like, oh yeah, like I fuck with it here. But It might still be in the cards. I don't know yet. But definitely Charlotte. Like, I love Charlotte. The adjustment for me was I was moving from being back home where all of my support system was, all of my baby's grandparents, my parents, his dad's side of the family, everyone was back home. So moving to Charlotte and being on my own and not having as much as a crutch that I did was a huge adjustment, because yeah, like, I was the full-time parent back home, but like here now it's like, no girl, like, if you want to drop him off, you gotta wait till the weekend to do it, because now my baby's in kindergarten. But two, you have to make that drive back home. So, and granted, it's not that far. Like, it's not that far, but it is very, very different. Like, I am a real full-time parent now. So that means making sure he gets fed all 3 meals every single day, packing lunch for him. Recently went through my first, not his first dental appointment, but his first like dental like procedure. So dealing with that and navigating that, and it has been interesting. Like, I don't want to seem complaining or anything, but shit is hard. Like, shit is hard. So making that transition, A, as a parent, B, he started kindergarten, so like getting over that anxiety, because I'm not allowed to go into his school. I haven't been inside of his school since we did orientation. He has very, very strict rules, and I'm sure like I could probably like take off a day and be like, hey, can I shadow or something like that. I just haven't, because I've been working, and that was another like hard thing to adjust to, of like, as soon as I get up, it's get him ready, get myself ready, go to work. When you get straight out for work, it's, girl, you got to get home and make dinner or figure out dinner, wash ass, get ready for bed. And by the time you do all that, like, the day is over. So like, I really wasn't having a lot of personal time to myself. And that was a huge adjustment of figuring out like, when do I fit in my mental health stuff? Because I did take a dip in my, mental health journey or whatever. And I'm not gonna say like we're fully out of it. Also, not trying to be negative either. Like, I am building routines. I am taking notice of when I feel good and when I feel bad. What do my routines look like when I am at my highest, and what are my routines when I'm at my lowest? So that was like another journey within itself, of like finding resources that help me and fitting it into the way where I could best fit it in within my day. Journaling has been very, very huge for me. I was doing it before, but I really had to dig in now. And that was just really important to me, because I really like needed to be able to look back, because sometimes there were points within this past year where like I was grieving and I didn't even know that I was grieving until I looked back and I was like, damn girl, like, you were grieving and you were being very, very hard on yourself when you were just grieving. So I think that is very important for journaling in that aspect, to be able to like look back and recognize, so you could be like, all right, cool, like, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. But then also looking back and realizing like, I prayed for this. I prayed to move to this city. I prayed for this job. I prayed to be in the position that I'm in now. And I did it. And I didn't even like take the time to sit and recognize that I was doing it. So love journaling. I think it's important. There was a point where like I wasn't journaling, because I was like, damn, like, I don't have nothing good to say. But I'm glad that I got over that hump and journaled when things were bad, because like I said, it just really helps for you to take a step back and look at where you were. Because you can't, I don't know, like, I guess it's hard to like really fix yourself or address things that are going on in your life when like you don't sit with it and even know where you are. So that was really cool. Also, currently, really pushing my faith. I have been in church a lot more. It feels so good to be physically back in church. Now, the downfall is that this church is in Atlanta. My sister put me onto this church. It's called Change Church, and I love it so much. I have never, ever been a part of a church who is just so intentional in like, not only like, yeah, educating you and helping you with your walk with God, but like it really is very intentional in like helping you develop as a person, like helping you find your purpose, helping you really know you. And like, yeah, like he teaches us stuff, but then he also gives us like steps to do so. Like, these are things that can help you in this walk. These are ways that you address anxiousness. These are ways that you address people who aren't meant to be in your life. These are ways where you can find your purpose. Like, there's a lot of tools that just really have made a difference in my experience with this church. And just, I travel I travel often. I wish that I could travel more, but I've been a couple of times for both like Sunday service and then also some of like, you know, the new membership programs that they have. And that is why I'm considering moving to Atlanta, because a lot of like the volunteer things that they do, like I want to be a part of it. But that drive sometimes, it's taking a toll on my car. And it's a pretty decent drive. So I'm trying to push through the traveling and stuff like that. Like I said, we'll explore the options eventually, but right now, like, Charlotte is my city. I love it here. So, but yeah, exploring my faith, pushing myself as a believer. And I know it's kind of icky to talk about, weird to talk about. It's weird to talk about to me because I don't know, like I grew up in church, but grew up in a very traditional church. Like I grew up AME. And I've also never been like a mega church type of person. That also isn't my vibe. Like it's harder for me to feel connected. So, I guess just like having those conversations, and also I don't want to say like I'm a baby in my faith, but being like an active participant in my relationship with God. And then two, how do I carry that out in my lifestyle? Like, what does that look like? That's very fresh to me. So it's new. It's something that like I'm currently walking in. We'll figure it out. But I will tell you, like, when I feel my lowest and when I feel like stuck, like I don't know what I'm doing, like 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna go watch an old service off of YouTube. I'm gonna check into church. I'm gonna physically go to church. There have been times where like I felt like I just needed to be in community in the presence of God. And so I took my ass in my car and I traveled to church. So it's new-ish. I'm not saying I'm ironing it out, but I don't know. We're working through it. So I don't really have many touch points to talk on there. But I will say, like, when I don't feel good, that is a good place. It feels good to me to go there. So that's on that. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what else to update you on. Like, life really has just been about work for real. I haven't been bartending as much. I was watching an old video where like I freshly stepped outside of like the club scene. So still haven't been back. Still have only been working with one income, which is cool, I guess. I've never been a one income girly type of girl. I've always been I want to go on a trip. Let me just go to the club real quick and give me a couple bands so I can go. So that shit do suck because my traveling has slowed down a lot. Like my activities has slowed down a lot. But I do understand like it's for the purpose of building up my corporate shit first. And then we'll probably, I don't know if we'll ever jump back into it. I don't know, because I also don't have like the temperament for the club anymore. That is just something that I personally just, I don't know, like once I fell out of it, I didn't feel the need to get back in it. Now I miss the money, don't get me wrong. I miss having money as if I was a drug dealer. Like that shit is probably the closest thing to drug money that you could ever get. And I do miss that shit. I miss it a lot. But it is what it is. It just wasn't for me. My side business also has slowed down a lot. And really that's just, it is on me. Like I did drop the ball on like feeding into that and pouring into that. But shit, it is what it is. We working tomorrow. It's another tasting. It's not necessarily it's actually much, I think the time frame is like 5 to 7. So not as long, not as hard. But as far as, like I said, like actively bartending in the clubs, I haven't been back. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll have some free time and I'll go back. I don't know. Yeah, y'all. I think that's it. I don't know. Do I have anything else to update? I got blonde. I kind of got healthy. Kind of. Yeah, I don't know. So, really, I've just been working. Like, I fell off because I've been working. And I think that's okay. That's cool. Like, we'll get back to it. I definitely want to get back to it. My new job is 100% remote. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about the flexibility that that offers me. So I literally have tons and tons of video ideas written down in my journal, shorts that I want to make, TikToks that I want to do. So like the content is there, I just haven't been executing, and it's something that I've been building up that list for the past year. So yeah, I've been in a funk. I'm sorry. I have like all of these half vlogs made in my computer now, of vlogs where I was saying, oh, like I'm in a funk and now I'm out. And then I couldn't bring myself to go back and record the rest to even give some type of update because I wasn't out of it yet. And it is okay. It's cool. Like I said, we here now. So whatever. Might do some get ready with me's, but I'm also about to move. So child, the next time y'all see me, it really might just be a moving vlog. Or it might be a holiday vlog because we are going to Chicago, but I don't be doing shit when I go up there. Like, we just be eating and shopping. But I don't know. I appreciate y'all sitting. If you've made it this far, I hope you like the life update. Hopefully I will have more to give you soon. But that is that, y'all. Hopefully, I don't know, child. I am going to do like a couple of shorts though, because I just like putting people onto the YouTube music that I'll be finding. I'm sure there are many of others, but if we can make it quick and easy for each other, I definitely will give it to you quick and easy. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this quick little catch up, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Bye.